Welcome to the Quick Stop F1 podcast. My name is Nyasha and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. And you know there's some special news if, as always, but not as always, in not only in an off week, but on a weekend, we're graced from above by our CEO, co-founder. She's come down to mingle with us normal folk to talk F1 outside of a race weekend. It's none other than Thandie. Blood clots and bad. I can't believe it. Look at you. What brings you here, mate?
I had less work to do, Just decided, to go look at what the others are doing. And I'm working from home. And my housemate's French, so it's wine every Friday. So I just thought, you know what, let me hop on the pod. Let's talk a bit of stuff about Newey. You know?
So, you know what it is? I get it. So yesterday you were drunk and you said to me, should we do an F1 video? And you wanted to do an F1 video drunk yesterday. I said, no,
why are you out in my business?
I
wasn't drunk yesterday.
Put the pieces together. That's fine. Look, we're super happy to have you. Thank you for joining us on this show. And obviously, as always, it's weird because she's the queen of Saturday. She's done more Saturday shows than any of us. Really, we're in her house. And
we're in her territory.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to shit on anything that you guys got going on over here. But no, thank you. It's the queen of Saturdays. Welcome back. Always here, Tasha J.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm great. Sun's shining. Adrian Newey, possibly going to Ferrari. You know, things looking up. I feel like depression's lifting a little bit, Yeah. Feels good.
Oh,
feels good.
Look,
here comes the sun.
Here comes the sun.
Here comes the sun.
Here comes the sun, and I say,
it's all right. Well, look, it's not about me, it's not about you or the sunshine outside. It is actually about you. That's the whole point. You guys are home. Make sure you're liking, subscribing to what we're doing here on the channel. Much appreciated all the new subscribers we just got. And there's a Patreon for ad-free streaming. Guys, shit has kicked the fan again. Thandie, given that you're joining us on this hello?
On this wonderful Saturday.
Could you I guess let me know your thoughts when I saw Thandie's excited when she's tweeting off Adrian Newey is set to leave Red Bull was the initial news we were given before anything else happened. So I guess when you saw that news, I guess how did that feel inside for you? You seemed very excited.
I was excited because at least I'm coming on the podcast with something to actually say. Because let's be honest, it's been a bit of a dry spell. So I was like, oh, content! But obviously, for the sake of being a Mercedes fan, it's the hopefulness. It's the idea of where's he going? Is he going to go to Ferrari? Is he going to settle for Mercedes? Is he going to go to the Aston Martins? It's the mystery around this golden piece of Newey ball, which is just surrounded by so much Formula One nostalgia, so much Formula One like glory. Where is this golden ticket gonna land? And I hope it lands with us. So that was exciting to watch. You?
Well, I'll get to me in a second. I've got thoughts, but I think what I would like to ask you, Tasha, I guess, is that we're looking at a situation where, we have essentially the godfather of motorsports and ground effect theory, in one person. He has all these titles, in the ground effect era before we kind of went into the turbo hybrid era and so forth. How big is this news? Are we overplaying it? Are we just, shilling ourselves for content knowing that this is going to get clicks? Or is this, I did see somewhere someone said this move is bigger than Lewis to Ferrari. Relax. But is this move? Whoa now.
Whoa.
Got too much dip on your chip.
Got too much dip on your chip.
But I guess how big is this move? I guess for those who are sitting at home and maybe they don't quite understand why we're talking about a designer moving anywhere from Red Bull. Why is it such a big move?
I mean, Newey and his team at Red Bull are the only team that really fully understand the regulations. I mean, having Newey in your pocket is like the cheat code. Whether or not he's like the only designer is, I guess, irrelevant. But the fact that he understands what's happening to these cars, what this entire set of regulations is about, and other teams have basically no idea, to the point that they're copying and to adopt some of Red Bull's, ideas onto their own cars, says a lot. So for him to be moving from Red Bull after almost 2 decades now, you know what I mean? Like, for him to be leaving that place to go, like Thandie said, who knows where he's going to end up, is a big deal. Maybe not like Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari, but like I think within Formula One, I think it is a big thing because it now shifts that kind of power to another team. Hopefully Ferrari. Like, I would love if they could, get a car for 2026 or 2027, whenever his gardening leave is up. But like, yeah, I think for whatever team he lands on, they're just going to have kind of like that cheat code. And yeah, it is a big deal. So I don't know. For me, I was excited to see, because I think part of one of the things that I read from the BBC report, which is when I knew it was real, because like before it was just, again, like rumor sites, the rumor mill but when BBC confirmed it, it was like, oh, okay. And they mentioned in the article that part of it was kind of the turmoil at the team, starting with Christian Horner and the allegations that he's dealing with. So for somebody that prominent in a leadership role to be like, look, I don't want my legacy to be attached to this, to like pick up their bags and like leave, says a lot. And I think that's the other thing that I find a little bit like not exciting, but like very interesting, because does that mean that more people are going to follow at some point? Yeah.
Wow. let's break that down, because it was said that the 65-year-old has been unsettled by the situation in Red Bull since Horner was accused of sexual harassment, coercive, abusive behavior by a female employee, which obviously Horner does deny. But Craig Slater also actually told Sky Sports that every F1 senior figure that he called and spoke with confirmed that Adrian Newey is indeed discontent at Red Bull, and he is certainly considering bringing his time to an end. We're looking, if you want some... I've just read this now. This is hilarious. If you want some Real Housewives of Formula One stuff, then, according to F1 Insider, the estrangement of the two Englishmen, Brexit means Brexit. Happy St. George's Day to all my Englishmen.
Happy St. George's Day. Sheffield sausage rolls and pot pies.
Right? We slayed that dragon. We fucking took that dragon down. We said no
bank
more.
Holidays.
Not even bank holiday, Not even give long as a fuck. But we need more of them for St. George's Day. Brexit means Brexit.
Brexit means Brexit.
Yeah, no. Get them out. That's what I always say. The estrangement of the two Englishmen was preceded by Horner's ever-increasing claim to power. The Red Bull Racing CEO, who has been in the spotlight in recent weeks, you might say that, initially refused a paddock ticket to Newey's wife, Amanda, last year, and a little later, in a touch of megalomania, I love that word, told his ex-buddy, in the presence of that same wife, that he was not the reason.
Wife. Wait, I'm sorry. What publication is this?
This is by F1 Insider.
Right, makes
F1
sense.
Insider.
No tea, no shade.
Yeah, no. The same way that he was not the reason for Red Bull's winning streak. Since then, the atmosphere has been poisoned.
Yeah.
Thandie, I know you're
Pillow
not a
talk.
massive fan of Christian Horner.
Of course not.
You've made your opinion on Christian Horner made very, very clear. Does it surprise you? I guess as much as we have to take some of these things with a pinch of salt, but there's no smoke without fire. I guess as Tasha alluded to earlier, does it surprise you that the fallout? I think there was Martin Brundle. I remember him saying when Red Bull kind of said like case closed, this is over. He's like, well, I don't think this is beginning. This is actually just the start of everything.
Snowballed.
I guess does it surprise? Yes, exactly that. Do you think it's surprising that figures within Red Bull are looking to leave? With all the turmoil that's happening there, clearly, ever since these allegations got made public.
No, I feel like the tumbleweed started and it's like, yes, you can officially close it, but the streets will always remember. And when the streets remember, you have, wives are being involved, pillow talk gets involved. And I think particularly what was quite funny and quite suspicious yesterday was, you're looking on Twitter and everyone's talking about Newey, where's Newey gonna go? But the majority were talking about Christian Horner and how Christian Horner can't seem to maintain a bad B and how he can't seem to maintain a relationship with someone who's just amazing. He just keeps fumbling. He keeps ruffling, tumbling the bad B's. And it's like, Newey is like a golden ticket. He is the Oscar winning. He's the Oscar on your shelf. And what did you do? You fumbled him from MTV Music Video Award. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not making sense. It's just not making sense. He pawned it. And to be honest, like, let's be very honest, guys, as Formula One fans, we have kind of got the gist that Red Bull are actually only good for their catering services. We've heard their food is great, but we've heard the atmosphere is absolute shite. So, I think the toxicity of it all, gladly for him, if it is all true and this isn't all just gossip, for Newey, I definitely agree. For the rest of your legacy, you don't want to get caught up in Christian Horner's shite. You don't want to get caught up in Christian Horner's like bullshit. So I think it is a very smart decision to kind of leave that very, very toxic environment and go towards other things, because he is within himself like just a bigger vessel. He is a champion within himself. He doesn't need Red Bull attached to his name to say, I am who I am, because he is who he is.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
I think what I love, let me tell you now, and last night I was a bit busy. I kind of looked at the rumours and that, but I didn't really take it in. This morning, let me tell you, first thing I did, I went on Twitter, had a look. How was the F1 world reacting to this? Specifically, how are Red Bull fans reacting to this?
Wait, hold this. Because at the start of the year, you said, I'm not reacting to Red Bull fans. This year, I'm not giving them any snow. I wake up, I put one eye towards, because that's the first thing I do every morning. I look at Quick Stop F1 to see if we've been cancelled yet. Just open one eye, I'm like, oh, there he is again. And I go back to leave. I said, I'm going to leave him to it. I'm going to leave him to it.
Hey, you know what's hilarious? What's hilarious is like, everyone's got a source inside Red Bull now. These men have got more leaks than a fucking pirate ship. Why has everyone got... According to my sources inside Red Bull...
Everybody whose cousin works in the freaking Red Bull building, whose cousin does ABC.
Who works in
cousin
Red
who
Bull,
works in the building.
Yeah, who is the only black guy who might work with tyres. He says that Adrian Newey didn't even design the cars. All he did was come in if anything went wrong. Get the fuck out of it. Oh, do you think we're thick? Do you think we're thick?
We're not thick. And I think it's very interesting that a lot of Max Verstappen fans who have only just joined his troop because he's now winning would be previously Vettel fans, but now they're all shitting on Vettel's legacy and Newey and Vettel. And it's like, bro, we've seen your tweets, reload them. I will search keywords within your profile and I know what you're on. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah,
let me tell you now, Let me tell you now. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid, bruv. Yeah? Like, don't try to pull the wool over my eyes. An honest John cannot be conned.
Right.
I am an honest John, okay? For you guys to sit there and try and act like Red Bull, pay Adrian Newey all this money. He's the third highest paid person in your organization. So much so that he's not part of the cost cap budget. He's one of the 3 allocated people you're allowed to not have on your team's budget because he's paid so much. You're trying to tell me that your 2 best cars, the third now as well, that you've built in your team's history, all of a sudden, the guy who's in charge of designing the cars didn't even do that much. Guys, let's be real. Like, please. Like, I understand. Yeah, it's jarring.
Come on now.
When ready? Come on, Chelsea. Come on,
Chelsea, come on now. Chelsea, come on now. Chelsea, come on.
Like, guys, I understand. Look, when Red Bull were poaching people from Mercedes for the powertrains thing, when Aston Martin were poaching people from Mercedes, we had to fucking hold that. We had to hold that, okay? You guys, this is what happens when you're successful. People come in for your biggest fucking assets. What would help with that is if, as you said, you were one family. I think one person, my source within Red Bull, don't know if you know him, might change tires, said that we are not... There's 9 teams and 1 family. Well, this family is like a black family barbecue. Chaos everywhere. Huh? Drama. Huh?
Whose kids that asleep on the bed? We don't know. Somebody's parked their Toyota between my Range Rover. Whose car is it? We don't know. Somebody bought shit potato salad. Who bought it? We don't know.
Horner did.
Horner bought that.
Anyway,
Christian's that uncle who's had about 1 million fantastically gorgeous wives. And every time you're like, Uncle Christian, what happened to Auntie Tammy? Oh, you know, your Aunt Tammy's mad. There you go.
This is hitting too close to home now. Okay. So,
They said they don't want any more inside jokes. Stop it right now. Stop it. Stop it. Not the PTSD, bro. Not me, Sha.
I'm 35. They put me at the kids' table at Christmas, bruv.
No way.
I'm a grown man.
Not me. No, I'll be sitting at the Christmas table. It's fine. Back to it.
Because what I don't want to do is drain you guys with the gossip style content. I know you guys...
Yeah, because you guys don't want the gossip style content.
You want journalism.
No,
you guys want the serious stuff. Yeah.
Let's take it.
Yes.
Serious.
We take it serious.
Serious
podcast.
Show. Hold on. This is a serious show.
Serious podcast.
Tasha.
Yes. Yes.
We see you, we're watching, we know you. Anyway, Ferrari.
We don't know where Adrian Newey is going to go. As of the time of recording, we don't know how F1 moves will probably come out as soon as we've pressed off on this recording. But as of the time of recording, we don't know where he's gone. The rumours are gathering that he's definitely been... We know that there's 2 offers that have been given to him. Blank check from Ferrari, blank check from Aston Martin. And obviously there's a possibility that he might just retire.
Yeah.
You know? And
that's what it is, isn't it? Like, we're all like frothing from the mouth, but the man just might just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah.
Which is fine, like completely fine. Then we know we had a legend, we'll never get him back, and that's cool. But as far as the season goes, just toss as much money as you can, just so you can make the season more entertaining. Formula One, you actually need to listen up and listen good to make this season even anything that you hope and wish it is, with all these races that you fucking mounted right on top of our head tops. you need to make something like this happen. So you need to have either Newey go to, even if he goes to Aston Martin, I love that for Stroll. More clips of Stroll, literally going fast, straight, head first into another. Like, I love that with greater speed and great ingenuity. I love that. I want to see some engineered crash. That could be good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure.
But a retirement, obviously, is what it is, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Agreed. I mean, look, let's bend. Look, I don't want him to retire.
Yeah.
I mean, just purely because he's a genius, and to see him develop into a new. Well, I guess he will be already working on the 26 car for once they're permitted. But I guess Tasha, let's play fantasy F1 right now. Let's say he does go to Ferrari, and look, the breadcrumbs are there. He said his two biggest regrets are not going to Ferrari and not designing a car for Lewis Hamilton. Both of those things can be achieved by upping sticks and going to Maranello. Apparently, he's been offered an incredible package with a flexible work from home package.
You don't even got to leave England. You don't even got to go.
You see, even if people listen, bosses, if people even up here need hybrid working, that's what we need as well.
Are you listening?
It's the world that we live in now.
Not everyone's going to be, do you know what I mean, using it like some people.
Sometimes I just want to play Sims at home. Okay, that's what I want to do. Dime. I can still answer emails.
Yes, right. Women can multitask. Exactly. I cannot.
Yeah.
But I guess, Tasha, how big a move is it? If he goes to Ferrari, what are Ferrari building over there? If that's the case, with Lewis, obviously with all the brand partnerships they've got, HP just signed on for. Pardon me. Reportedly, what would amount to 2/3 of their annual salary cap, or budget cap, which is incredible. How big a move is it if Adrian Newey goes?
I mean, I feel like it's the last Infinity Stone before Fred Vasseur snaps. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Like that's that last piece, because the car. I mean, I just hope that it's the car that brings Ferrari back to glory. Gives Lewis his 8th, 9th, 10th. I don't know how long he wants to stay, but you know what I mean? Like, I just hope that it is everything that comes to fruition that you would imagine with these many ingredients in the pot. So I don't know. I feel like it is a huge deal. I feel like it's the fairy tale. I feel like he's 65. I know he's lived in England his entire life and has never once dreamt of leaving its borders to go somewhere else. But I feel like, you know what? Live a little. You know what I mean? Like, how many more times in your life are you going to get an opportunity like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, Amanda's on Twitter liking tweets about moving to Italy. Like, happy wife, happy life. Move her to Italy.
Yeah.
Let me say now. To Italy, but listen,
she wants to move to her Eat, Pray, Love journey. Like, take her.
Them things right there.
So yeah.
You know what?
Let me
live a little.
I have something to actually confess. Like, we need to get Vincenzo back on the podcast. Vincenzo, I wasn't familiar with your game. Last time he came on here, I was ripping him to shreds because Ferrari were doing awful. And I'll give it to you. I wasn't familiar with your game, Vincenzo.
I
remember that.
You were borderline.
You held his feet to the fire.
Like, I came off that call. Like, oh man, I hope he took that in a good way, because Thandie was going in. Yeah. And it wasn't even as if Mercedes were doing that well either. Like, I don't know where it came from.
I definitely... Go on.
Someone said to me, they were like, sometimes I could tell. I could tell when Thandie's not in a good mood.
That's terrible.
What are they trying to say, Thandie?
That's not funny.
And that is case example 1, exhibit A of that. And Vincenzo got it for no reason.
I have problems sometimes, in my life, Sometimes I can tell when, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. No more inside jokes. I think Ferrari, let me say now, if Amanda has a choice between living in Milton Keynes or fucking Maranello, Tasha, I don't think you feel familiar. Milton Keynes, respectfully, is not that place.
Aren't you from Milton Keynes?
I've seen photos. Doesn't look pleasant.
The photos don't do it justice. Yeah. It's worse.
It's worse. Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine the most soulless place, known only because of the amount of roundabouts it has. And trust me, I went there, and there are a lot of roundabouts. I don't know if they're just trying to save on traffic lights or whatever, but that place is roundabouted up. So if Amanda wants to go to Italy, I don't blame her whatsoever.
They have a good butcher's there, though.
Yeah, actually there is. My dad's actually insisting that we.
My mum loves it there. Yeah, my mum does that all the time.
Yeah, crazy.
She loves it.
So yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be, for me, I think like Thandie said, this is a real opportunity for Ferrari. So like Tasha said, it's a real opportunity for Ferrari to, I think Fred's done a great job. You're kind of looking at him steadying the ship. And then, we're not seeing like the errors that we were seeing before, like the strategic errors. We're seeing, a bit of clarity in how they're moving. The performance isn't quite there, but I don't think the performance is for anyone, to be honest, compared to Red Bull in these sets of regulations. But I think adding Adrian Newey to that, and again, the same way that getting Lewis Hamilton enables you to attract the best talent, you get Adrian Newey, who isn't going to want to work for Ferrari making cars for Lewis Hamilton, behind the scenes. That is an incredible, and you get to live in fucking Italy. Like, that is an incredible opportunity for any engineer.
Yeah.
Or anyone who works behind the scenes to be able to do that. And as Thandie said, for the sport, look, I think over and over again, we've said, well done to Max Verstappen, well done to Red Bull. They've done really well. But unless you are a Verstappen fan or a Red Bull fan, of which we are neither, quite clearly, then you're going to want that to be able to switch up. And newsflash, you guys, the majority, there's 19 other drivers on the grid, plus neutrals. They also would like to see some competition up front for Max. That's all we're asking for. If Max wins on fair competition, fine. Yeah. At least give us the ability to have competition. Yeah, and this will help.
If Max can do it all on his own, it shouldn't bother you that Newey's leaving.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Well, speaking of, I guess, to both of you, clearly, all of the things that are going on behind the scenes of Red Bull are true. So, the Helmut Marko stuff, Max Verstappen basically saying, if Helmut Marko leaves, I'm leaving. There's not really the same, pardon me, there's not really the same clauses within his contract for Adrian Newey. Toto Wolff has been openly courting Max Verstappen to the point of embarrassment recently. Do we think that Max Verstappen, his contract's there until 2020, I think he's on a death row contract to 2027, 28, something like that. But do we think that Max Verstappen potentially leaves Red Bull before his contract?
Yes, I think he does.
Yeah.
I had one scenario.
Yeah.
I think not to Mercedes, but maybe to Aston because of the Honda engine. I do think that Max will leave Red Bull, though. I don't think he's going to stay. And I do think maybe it hinges on the engine situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely the potential for Max to leave. 2026 is so pivotal.
Yeah.
We're going to see the lay of the land once these engines come out and we see, who's done well, who hasn't. Rumours of Red Bull struggling with the powertrains, which is, to be understand, this is the first engine they've ever built. Who knows where Alpine are going to be, if they're even going to be an F1 team, you know, then you have Mercedes, then you have Honda. So, and then obviously we've got Audi added into that mix as well. So really and truly, we will see where all of this kind of, you know, ends up for 2026. But I think next year is going to be spicy. But man, that first year of regulation. I mean, we said that, and then we had 2022, which was fucking 2 packs of fucking ass. But you can always hope. You can always hope when you have a new regulation, and you know we're almost sleepwalking into that new regulation change, aren't we? Because we all know who's going to be world champion this year. We know who's going to be world champion next year. Max Verstappen is going to be a 5-time world champion. Can you believe it, mate?
You didn't have to say that aloud. It's fine.
Right.
Like we knew. Didn't have to actually say that. Actually, really stung.
It's depressing.
Isn't it? Like,
yeah, as it should.
Bringing all that weird energy into this podcast. This is a lovely Saturday show.
Downer.
Bringing all that weird downer energy. Weird.
I'm sorry.
I'm just being realistic.
Be gone!
Put the incense stick.
Spirit. Again, wave it around. Right, let's get some tweets up from everyone. Thank you to the
tweets.
Tweet.
To the
a lot of people were saying, "Who's Hulk?" Like, guys,
this is the thing that Thandie does. She always be like, "Oh, loads of people have said this. Oh, loads of people," and it was one person.
I swear it was
Bless
2.
them.
I think it was 2. I think it was 2.
Who's Hulk? Just Nash. That was me. I did a digital Nash. Big up Nash. Right. It was one. Do you want to read them out as well? Do you want the link?
I'm just looking for it right now, to be fair, but...
Yeah,
I've got it here. I can show
Where?
you. In the chat right now.
Thank you very much.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Not quite yet.
No.
Oh, okay. There you go. I will start with this tweet from there was one I really want to okay. So this is from Mehak at Mimi255241, who says regarding Adrian Newey, he has to be Ferrari. He ticks off 2 bucket list items of his with Lewis and time for Ferrari. This needs to happen. I've also read sneaky Mercedes can be trying to get him. Can't believe I'm saying this. I hope it's not true. Man, look, James Allison would not want that. Although James Allison has been trying to leave that job for the fucking longest. So it wouldn't be completely out of this world. And especially, I guess, again, if we're putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5, total if we're trying to lure Max Verstappen to Mercedes. And if he does have the ace up his sleeve of Adrian Newey, then maybe that does make it an appealing destination for Mr. Max. Any more from you guys?
I have 2 here. So I have Mandazi Merchant. Ooh. He says, I think Newey will either go to Ferrari, Aston Martin, or retire, because I think at this point he doesn't want to build something from the ground up, say Williams or Audi, leaning more towards retirement or Aston, because Ferrari could be restrictive in terms of philosophy. And then Tony Christmas has said, I think wherever he goes, it will be to stop anyone getting close to Red Bull. I'll hedge a bet he'll be back at Red Bull by 2026, 2027. I don't think so. I think the old man's old. But I hear it.
No, fair, I do hear it.
Yeah.
Tasha, do you have one you want to read out?
Yeah, there is Doc789 at Doc_86 says, going to Ferrari to finish his story, just like Sir Lewis Hamilton. He's turned them down multiple times in the past. He's 65 and probably the best time to join them now before the new regulation in 26. Ferrari will build a base in England like they did for John Bernard in the 80s and 90s. Money is no issue for Ferrari.
Money is no issue. John Elkan's going around making it absolutely
He said, what you want?
raining.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, like anything you want.
Anything you want, baby girl. I've got it.
Somebody had mentioned that they had maybe offered him like a chance to design like a road car. I wouldn't put it past him if they gave one to as well, like let her design an SUV for the
Amanda, what do you want? You know Amanda got she got offered the bag.
Like,
Thandie, are you
please.
on mute? You're on mute, mate.
Yeah.
You're just making quickly, Thandie, whilst I've got you off mute, your favourite driver, Nico Hulkenberg. Has signed for Sauber in lieu of their switch to Audi in 2026. Thoughts? You happy for him?
Good for him. Like, if anyone was going to end up in an Audi, it was going to be him anyway. Let's be honest. Think of anyone on that grid who'd probably fit into an Audi. Maybe the French guy as well. Stick him in there as well, I reckon.
Which one?
Gasly.
Gasly.
The Gas man.
You used to love Gasly. What happened?
I did. I've been thinking about him a lot lately. I have. Because like he was doing a bit of motion. He was doing a bit of motion at one point and he was shaking stuff up. Now he's so irrelevant. Like he's a full-on background singer. Like, not even the background singer that gets to the manager, like, more like the background singer who literally just, like, are you available tonight? Yeah? Cool. We just want a few shoe ops. Thank you. Cool. We'll send the invoice. He's boring. Sad.
A few shoe ops.
That's it, innit? Get him in there as well.
Shame. He's going sad. Tasha.
Yeah.
Any strong opinions on Hulkenberg?
No. I mean, I guess, it is interesting. I guess that's like what Bottas and Joe, like their seats are now in jeopardy. Tweet like no universe for Bottas other than Hulkenberg. Which I kind of feel the same. Like, why are we moving him to Audi just because he's German? Like, this is like DI shit y'all be talking about, trying to blame, us people of color for. Like, this is that shit that y'all be talking about. We're putting him in a seat just because he's German, not because he has
giving him the freaking diversity hire. Right.
So, I just think
you can hear it now, can't you?
I just think it's funny how when it's us, it's an issue, but...
Now they totally understand it. Well, why wouldn't a German car company have a German driver?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Are you thick? I said today that Hulkenberg isn't better than Bottas. I had someone show me the qualifying screen from Canada 2023.
What?
Are you stupid? What are you talking about? Like, honestly...
What is that the record for the most starts and no podium?
Bruv, if there's people that don't rate Lando Norris and what he's doing, how are we rating Nico Hulkenberg? What's the rating criteria right now?
Because he drags out half the three every week.
15, you know what I mean? 15 podiums, apparently he's not any good. But a man with 0 podiums and the most races without a podium... Do you understand how bad that is? And let's not act like he hasn't had opportunities to have podiums, that he hasn't had teammates who've had podiums, he's not been in cars that are capable of having podiums. The fact that he doesn't have a podium is all on him. He is quite possibly the biggest bottler in F1 history. Okay? History. Race wins, bottled. Pole positions, bottled. Podiums, bottled. This guy wasn't even in the sport.
You know it's bad when Grosjean's doing better than you. You know it's bad when Grosjean's doing better than you. Because that is the biggest bum in Formula One. I will stay on Grosjean's neck till it comes home, you guys. I will never get off that man's neck. Grosjean. He is a liar. You're a liar. I'll never get off that man's.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
He deserves it.
Get off him. I just remembered the agreement.
Yeah, I'll never forget that either. That was iconic, if I must say. Too bad the podcast will never hear that. You had to be there because you had to mute it out.
Okay, but look, we'll see. I think it'll be interesting to see. I do fear for Zhou's seat and future in the sport. He does bring a lot of money, though. So who knows between now and the end of the season? I feel like Valtteri is in the danger zone.
Yeah.
I've seen somewhere that, Pierre Gasly is negotiating with
Williams.
Esteban Ocon wants to leave Alpine as well. I mean, they look like an absolute shit show at the moment. So who knows what's going to happen with that? So yeah, the 2025 driver market is only heating up, and this is another piece of that. And we're still waiting on where Carlos Sainz is going to end up. And he go to Sauber essentially, and basically then they have two drivers that they've replaced, and he gets in before they change to Audi, or does he wait for Red Bull? What's happening at Red Bull? Are they going to renew Checo? Is Max Verstappen going to leave? So many questions. Maybe we'll find out next time on the Quickstop F1 podcast. But for now, let's leave it there. Thandie, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
We love it. We should do it more often.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, oh my God, imagine.
Send me an invite, man. Invite me on. You can catch me.
Yeah, invite. Yeah,
Saturdays is the new Tuesdays.
Yeah, you should invite me.
Yeah.
I only go to places I'm invited to.
Yeah.
And you guys never have snacks.
Yeah.
I feel like on a Monday I have snacks.
That's egregious.
Yeah.
That's egregious. Same
green room set up. She's like, y'all didn't buy all the green M&Ms.
Trust me. Where's all the blue M&Ms? I said I only wanted blue M&Ms on my roster.
Sparkling water.
See this diva. See this fucking dude. You guys have no fucking idea. No idea. Unbelievable.
We have been on 2 episodes and this man's just been slander. One day I'm going to write a book. Expose.
Hello.
Well, I know what the best chapter will be.
Surviving.
Tasha, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you. You are
what? No, this is Tasha's show. What? It's not.
Just go along with this, Thandie. We just go along with it.
This is Tasha's show. Like, thank you for coming on, Nyasha, and joining Tasha on a Saturday show. The fuck?
Getting it together.
And thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated. If you liked what you've seen, send us a like and a subscribe. If you're on Spotify, 5-star. If you're on Apple, leave us a review. If you're on Patreon, ad-free stream. We will see you next week.
Miami.
It's going to be a special episode. A little special episode for you guys. Next week, we'll keep that under wraps. But I hope you enjoy that. And yeah, until then, remember, no matter what life throws at you,
keep it on the black stuff.
One of you?
Keep it on the black stuff.
Thank you.
I said it. No? I did. No. Did you just hear my...
Shoe up enough.
I didn't know that was there.
We're not shoe up.
You guys aren't shoe upping in time.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need your shoe ups to be more consistent.
Sharp.
Can we
please, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Shoe wop, shoe
on
wop,
cue, please.
Look, mate, if you've got this far, clearly you like what we do. So here's a link to subscribe to the Quickstop F1 family. Give that a click. And here's another link to some more cool on our channel. Sorry, cool stuff. And remember, no matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff. Click the stuff. Click the links. Click the links. Click the links. There. They're there.